was talking to a young man the other day who he's trying to get into the military, so he's got to take this test. And he was telling me about the preparation that it takes to be ready for this test. And he's a recent high school graduate, so he's got some new freedom. He's got a little hourly job he's working, so now he's starting to make a little bit of money. And as I'm talking to him, and he's talking about wanting to go into the military, but then he keeps talking about the test and all the preparation. I said, well, have you started studying? He said, no, I'm gonna get around to it. So I stopped and I said, man, let me ask you this. I said, do you want to stay in this town for the rest of your life? He said, no, sir. I said, do you want to work this hourly job where you're just barely getting by and you can't put any money in the bank, but you just have just enough money to pay rent and eat? He said, no, sir. I said, then you got to fight for your options. You have to fight for your options. So that means what you have to do is while everybody else is out partying and playing, you got to sit down and you got to prepare. You have to prepare for this test so that you can fight for your options, so that you have the options to get out of this town, to make more money, to do something else. And he said, man, I don't know if I'm going to re-enlist. I said, you got to enlist first. He said, well, I don't know what I'm going to specialize in. I said, you got to get in there and you'll figure that part of it out. But right now, bro, you got no options. Your only option, man, is to work this hourly job and with a high school graduate. And that's it. Is that what you want? No. And just like him, man, you may find yourself in a certain situation, and I don't care what your age is, whether you're a high school graduate or you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old. You may look at your now right now, and now may be all that you have, but that's not all there is. So what you have to do is you got to fight for your options. And whether you've had a bankruptcy, whether you've slid to the bottom rung, you've recently got fired, okay, it may look like that you don't have any options right now, but it does not have to stay that way. But bro, what you got to do is you got to study. You got to figure out and you got to fight for your options, because no one's coming to do it for you. The option bus is not coming. If you want options, you got to fight for them. And whatever it takes to get those, you work your ass off to get them. Fight for your options. Have an amazing day. Stay in the sales life.